All right, it's Don Jones, and I'm back with Kale Da Que for E-Trap House Radio.
Hey, what's good?
Tell the people who you are.
Man, I'm Kale Da Que, man.
Let them know where they can find your social media.
All my social media is Kale Da Que, so KALE_DA_QUE. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, simply Kale Da Que.
Okay, and where can they find your music?
You can find my music everywhere, man. Spotify, Tidal, iTunes, Apple Music. That Piff, take it back to that. Shit, SoundCloud for real, man. So everywhere.
Okay, and then explain the name Kale Da Que.
So Kale Da Que, man, it's like me paying homage because I'm in a fraternity, man. Like I feel like our fraternity has like values that I'm real big on, man. So it's just me paying homage to the Qs for real.
Okay. And what was your experience like being a Q?
It's different, man. It's different, man, because like I had like a lot of people around me growing up, man, like male figures, but successfully, like in regards to business. So like being around them just helped me expand my mindset in regards to the business, man. So
it kind of helped you on like some business type stuff?
Yeah, for certain.
Like networking and whatnot?
Yeah, for the most part, man, because the Qs is everywhere, so I'm able to go like any city, any state, bro, talk to them, bro, and being that our values are the same, like morals, we all can talk about the same thing, bro, and just be cool.
Y'all be having some crazy parties too, nationwide.
Yeah, man, they be wild, man. They be wild, man.
You ever perform at any of them?
I did one time in West Virginia, man. It was so crazy, bro. I was drunk, man. It was like my first time really getting into like the music scene as far as doing shows, bro. But it was fun, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know Shaq is a Q. Can you think of any other well-known Qs?
Michael Jordan is a Q, man.
Michael Jordan?
Jesse Jackson, yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting Michael Jordan.
Stephen A. Smith.
I think I knew that, yeah.
Man.
Okay, you graduated from Akron University in what year?
2016.
What was your major?
My major was communications.
Okay.
I started out doing philosophy, man, but I didn't really understand that shit, man. I had a headache doing it, bro. I'm like,
that's too much.
So I'm like, man, what do I really want to do, man? I'm like, man, I fuck with music, man. I want to get into like videos, maybe like radio, bro. And just went from there.
Okay, I feel it. What was your experience like at Akron as a whole?
Akron, man, I was more so to myself, man. Part of me wish I would have got out more and like talked to people, bro, because I feel like I would have had a broader horizon there. But it was fun, man. But the summertime, man, everybody go home. It really ain't too much to do.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's kind of how it is out here too on campus. Summertime would be low key dead unless it's like some parties going on.
Yeah, man. Akron real industrial too, man. So it's like, damn, bro. Really
I only been there one time. I stayed probably for like 4 or 5 hours too. I didn't even stay long.
Yeah, what was you out there doing?
I just went to visit somebody. I just rode up there with somebody else going to visit somebody,
Yeah.
So we just went out there and chilled for a little bit.
Okay, man.
That's like a quick little drive.
Yeah, bro. Some of the parties be cool, man. I'm not gonna beat you. You're rough, but they be cool.
How you think that college life affected your music?
It gave me a lot more to talk about, man. I'm able to like expand my vocabulary, man. 'Cause a lot of people don't know I went to college, man. So I'm able to really talk about like real life situations, man. But the whole aspect, man, I grew up in the hood, bro. And coming from the hood, I'm able to talk about hood experiences on a collegiate level.
Right.
And a lot of people from the hood don't really understand that, but like eventually, bro, they get to know me from me. So they start to respect it, man. So it's pretty fun, man. It's different, but it's fun.
I see currently you're an ambassador with Starstruck Clothing. How'd you link up with them?
Man, I remember coming back, man, from Akron after I graduated. I did a couple shows, man. And one of the dudes up there, Cash the Kids, my dog, man, I got a couple songs with him. I'm linked with him on this tour thing, man. And I just started networking with him. He put me around a couple people, bro. I started making a couple shirts. And he pointed me in the right direction with them, bro. And they just good people, man. Good vibes, bro. So.
Okay. Let's talk about my favorite song of yours, Somebody Gonna Listen. What was the inspiration for that song?
Really just being overlooked a lot, man. Like, you get those people, bro, who already got the popularity behind them or that clout. And when you got the lyrics, man, and you got the concept, bro, when the people ain't listening to you, bro, you sort of get frustrated, man. And like, if somebody gave you that shot, bro, like, you can just take off and bring people with you, man. So that was really my idea behind it.
That's one of my favorite songs from you.
Yeah.
I was thinking about using that for one of the commercials, too.
Hey.
We're going to talk about that. So what's your writing process like? Do you write or you freestyle or?
I'm able to freestyle, bro, but like normally my writing process is like on the go a lot, man, because I'm always doing something, man. Especially at work, I grab like a piece of paper or a receipt and just write down, man. People don't realize it about me, but like I'll be there in a moment, but like in my mind I'm thinking about music, what was next, bro. Like, so you can sit there and be talking to me and I wouldn't even know what the hell is going on, bro, because I wasn't thinking about the situation, bro. So I didn't got to a couple of altercations like that, bro, because I wasn't paying attention to what was going on because I'm thinking about the music.
People be mad you ain't listening to them.
Yeah, man, because it's like, damn, bro, like this ain't where I want to be, bro. It ain't nothing disrespectful, bro. It's just almost like the music is where I'm always at with it, man. So I'm constantly writing, man.
How do you handle your recording process as far as like you got like are you paying for sessions or you got a home studio?
Man, my cousin, man, he does a lot of my work, bro. But like lately, he's been in one of his own zones, man. So I've been doing like a lot of
his own stuff.
Yeah, man. So I've been here and there with it, man. It's good to get out with different people too, man, because you get to get those different processes like producers, man, how they really work, man, how your style can vibe with somebody else's, and it's been fun, man, but I like working with my cousin a lot, man, because he got an idea of where I want to go with it.
And y'all got the chemistry too.
Yeah.
So how do you like get your beats?
Again, like the people who actually engineer, man, you know, a lot of them do producing too, man. So I work with them on that, man. And again, my cousin, man, he does a lot of my beats for me, man. He's always working on beats, different sounds, man. Like I said, I'm constantly writing. And if I hear a beat that sound like the idea I was writing, I'm like, damn, I need that one, or just go from there for real.
I feel like production and engineering kind of go hand in hand.
Oh, yeah,
like most people who engineer usually do make beats. You know what I mean? Who's some producers you want to work with?
Man, biggest man, maybe Pharrell, man,
Pharrell.
Cause he just got like a different vibe to him, man. He's able to like to speak to all different platforms, man. You can hear his music on like one of the white country stations, man, to like the pop stations, bro, to like hip hop in the club. Like,
and they damn near hit every time.
Yeah, man.
Pharrell, real consistent. He usually drops something real good.
Yeah.
So back in March of 2017, you dropped your Outcast video. It received like close to 10,000 views on YouTube in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
What made you choose that song to drop as a video?
Man, we actually was on the go with it, man. We was on like this tour, man, like 10-day tour type deal. We went down to South by Southwest. And I know like all my music, man, they got like a lot of concept behind it, man. And if I wanted to shoot a video, bro, on the go like that, that was probably my best one from the project I had out at the time, meaning it ain't really involved nobody else being into it, bro. It was like me just being in my zone, and I feel like the video it fit perfect with the concept. So that was just my choice.
Okay. How do you feel about the climate of Ohio rap in 2018?
The climate, man, I feel like it's constantly growing, man. But a lot of us are feeding off of what the industry is doing, man. We scared to be ourselves, man. Like Ohio has dope artists, man. And when they see something is going or when it's popping, bro, like they flock towards it, man. So a lot of the artists, man, who's actually got a big name for themselves, really don't know themselves, man. So once they do get that recognition, it's almost like, damn, what's next? Like, there's no consistency behind what they do because they waiting for something else to pop off, man, so that they continue moving the way they move, or the way they're moving, bro, it dies down.
Yeah, like, true that.
Within the industry as a whole, so we don't really see too many people from the city last too long after they make it.
That's real.
So that's how I feel about it.
Your project Pit Stops, what was the inspiration behind that album?
Pit Stops, man, is me talking about the journey of a black man, like just how black men in general go through those phases in life that are different from other races or nationalities, man. Like my whole goal behind it was to spread the message of slavery, how it's still relevant today, man, just in a modern version. The quality in regards to the interludes ain't really there, man, so it's really heard, but in every interlude there's a message, man, like that I got from the Doctor to Willie Lynch.
Right.
And with that, man, I'm sitting there trying to explain how those processes are still relevant today using snippets of the Willie Lynch Doctor. So that was just how I went about it, man. You
opened up that album with Garvey.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he may have had some of the solutions for us as a people as whole?
I do, man. I just feel like the black man has a message to spread, man, and lot of people see that message as something to be afraid of in regards to different nationalities, man. When we all honestly want the same thing, man. Like, I feel like we as black men are superior, but our mentalities are inferior to what the world is giving us. Meaning, like, they put a mentality on us and they feel that, or we feel that we're not allowed to step over those boundaries to uplift our people, man. And I do feel like Garvey had that drive behind him, man. So that was my main purpose behind naming it that.
Okay. On your song "Saving Superman," the second verse gets pretty deep. Were those your experiences, or were you rapping from someone else's perspective?
Spent a lot of time searching for answers with no solution. Nah, that was like dead serious. My experiences, man. Like, sometimes what I do is I put my experiences on somebody else's story because it gives it like some type of
familiarity.
Yeah, man. They give it some type of different meaning, or I name it something different. But like a lot of that be personal, man. So I don't really want to put nobody out there. So 9 times out of 10, I'll switch up the names or something. But
Smart
that's
move.
all from the heart, man.
Smart move with the name switch. Would you ever sign with a major label?
My goal isn't to do that, man. I want to be like one of the top independent artists to ever do it, man. But if I had to, maybe TDE, Rock Nation.
Good choices, both of them.
Yeah, man.
If you had to start your own label today, well, first of all, do you want to start your own label?
I honestly thought about it, man, but I realized the work put behind it, man. If I was to do that, I would want to establish myself first, man, as a high-end artist, man. Almost how Jay-Z did it.
Right.
Meaning, like, just have that name behind you, and then, like, add artists, man, who's actually working and doing something in equivalence to it, man. So,
if you had to start a label right now, what would you call it?
I would probably say, like, the forgotten, man. Like, just the people who are constantly overlooked, man. I feel like the forgotten is the Midwest, man. We got so much artists, man, or so much talent, people overlook it, man. And
Every time.
they think we don't really have our own sound, but if you really like pay attention, man, we draw from all cultures. Meaning, like, we got that the knowledge part down pat, man. Sometimes we hit you with like those dances, or like those tracks that have you dancing. I just feel like we honestly have our own lane, man, and a lot of people don't look at it in that perspective.
A while ago, when Stanley dropped that Ohio album, he was talking about how we had a sound, and it was taken, and our previous sound is the current West Coast sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear anything about that?
No, man, but I can honestly like witness it from Bone Thugs, man. It's like I feel like that's why a lot of artists from the Midwest sound like West Coast artists,
Really?
man. And it's not really based off of us trying to steal their style, bro. It's just who we are, man.
If you look at the Michigan area too, a lot of their beats and their sounds sound exactly how West Coast music sounds, and even the rhythm and the tempo is the exact same sound. So it's real interesting to me, that Midwest West Coast connection. You know what I mean?
Sure, man.
If you had to sign 3 artists right now, who would they be?
Is that within like
Major artists, smaller artists, don't matter.
me? Honestly, doing it off of who I like, man. I would try to make it a business move, man.
Like a venture.
Yeah, man. Meaning like who has that core following, man. I know for sure Drake holding it down, man. Like he got that following. Kendrick and Cole. Like those are artists I put all on the same label, man. And probably do like joint ventures with them, man, because
That's
they're able
smart.
to expand out.
You would have a TDE, Dreamville, OVL connection. You said TDE, right? You said somebody TDE,
yeah.
Kendrick?
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure I ain't tripping. What was the inspiration behind the song Section 8?
Section 8, man, was just like me reliving my childhood, man. I remember going over my aunt's house back in the day, man, and we ain't really get to go outside and play, bro, until the whole house was clean, like from top to bottom, man. And she lived in public housing, bro.
No, so it was serious, very clean
Yeah,
house.
man, for sure, bro. So, like, we was always over there, man. That was almost like where I lived at. Because my mom had me, she was young, man, so she was always at work. So, my aunt was basically where I lived, man. So, with that, bro, we was in there wiping walls, man, like, cleaning bathrooms, bro. And it was just like a hell of a process. But what I did was figure out how to turn that into an honest story, bro. It made it fun a little bit. Like, it was just a fun track for me at the time.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
In the future, what kind of things do you look to do outside of music?
Man, I always thought about movies, man. I feel like sometimes, bro, like with my writing process, I'm good at really creating stories, man. And I have been writing ideas for a long time now, man. I was in college, bro, writing down stories, bro, ideas for different TV shows, movies, man. And I really want to get into that.
You should really do that.
Yeah.
It sounds perfect for you on the real.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
What was your time in Chicago like?
Man, honestly, we didn't even get to go, man. Like,
Really?
yeah, bro, I had a couple situations pop up with the company for the tour, man. And the tour really, it was cool. But we had some processes where it didn't sit well with me, bro. I didn't like how everything was going, man. So
It was like the promoters or the people who throwing the tour?
Man, like what it was my manager linked up with a couple promoters. Promoters gave us a concept of what the tour was like, man, and we went from there. A lot of the shows that we did, man, were like either like a lot of overbooked artists, man, were there, man. There wasn't really too much thought into the shows, and it was real messy, man. So like I know for sure we went to Detroit. We hit Akron for sure, man. We had a show here.
Atlanta, North Carolina.
Man, bro, I didn't go to neither.
Wow.
I didn't go to neither, so I just took the promo off my page, man, because like everything just failed like after the first couple shows. So I just like, all right, bro, whatever.
I don't even know that.
Yeah, man.
What is your management company?
ZRS Production, man. I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Anyone else over there with you?
We got an artist, Capone Tuwop, man, but a lot of communication ain't there with us, man. It's a lot of communication out there, man.
With the management or Capone Tuwop?
Nah, man, because like me, I feel like I'm my own separate entity with inside the management, but I do feel that there's a lot of miscommunication going on. So sometimes I keep to myself about it, and then sometimes, bro, it's just it is what it is. But me, there's no animosity or anything. It's just communication is definitely needed on that aspect.
Okay. You mentioned you have songs and I think a video is coming with Cash's Keys.
Yeah.
I think the video Doctor's Note also features Johnny Sprees. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
It's coming out soon, called Doctor's Note, correctly?
Yeah.
Off of your album Pit Stops.
Yeah.
How'd you link up with Johnny Sprees?
Man, we were all on tour together, man. Like when I first came back to Columbus, man, dude, VA Vision, he put together a tour, and we thought it was gonna be more artists, but I feel like it was a well put together tour, man. A lot of the shows had bad promotion, but it was a great experience, man. Like we ended up at South by Southwest, bro. We performed in Memphis. We did Austin. We did San Antonio, man. So it was a lot of good shows there, man. But we was all on the tour together. Me, Sprees, and
Cash's Keys.
Yeah, so.
So you already done a lot of shows in a lot of cities, but what are 5 cities that you're looking forward to performing in soon?
Man, I for sure want to do something in LA, New York, maybe Florida, specifically probably like Orlando, Miami, one of them two.
Yeah, I liked Orlando. Orlando's cool.
Yeah, man, I ain't never been. I've been to Panama. That's like the furthest I've been.
It might be further than Orlando. It might be like southern Florida.
Yeah.
You took a plane?
And we drove, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, we drove down there too.
Yeah.
On the song Pit Stops, you said, "Hood nigga, but you book smart. You don't match where you come from." Talk to me about your experiences with that.
Man, it was almost how I said it, like at the beginning, man, like where you come from the hood, man, but you managed to make it through college. It's almost like you speaking on those experiences, and a lot of hood people don't understand it because like they ain't make it to college. They're like, man, why the hell is he using them words, bro?
We don't know what
I had an altercation, man, like, cause I was born, man, like in Bolivar Arms over there by the Mount Vernon area, and I grew up in the Mount Vernon area. Then I moved out east when I was probably like 11. But I had an altercation with some older dude, man. He came in, bro. He's like hood, bro. Like, but his mentality wasn't there, man. And I mentioned something about it, bro. He's like, what, nigga, you ain't from here, bro? And I just looked at him, bro, like, bro, you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, bro. Like, you stupid, bro.
Like, you confused.
Yeah, bro, like, if you knew what my music was about, bro, you'd be repping me harder than everybody else is in here, bro. So that's really all about, like, the miscommunication that you have, like, being from the hood, bro, and not continuing to move with that mentality, bro. Of course, it gets you through like some places, man. Cause I use like the street mentality to actually make it through college, bro. Like, all right, like this is how I'm gonna eat today, bro, or this is what I gotta do to make it through to the next day, bro. But somewhere in between it all, like everything I've learned, bro, like it processed differently when I came back. Like, damn, bro, I wasn't moving like this before I left, bro. Like, why y'all niggas moving like this, bro? So it's all I wouldn't use the word oxymoron, bro, but it's all like
ironic.
Yeah, bro. It all plays off of one another, bro. So
I see you use that irony for collegiately institutionalized.
Yeah.
What happened with that project?
That project, man, what's crazy is, bro, I was just listening to that a couple days ago, man, and that project was well put together, bro. Like, it just wasn't marketed right, and it wasn't really. I think that's really it, bro. I gotta put like a lot more into the production value of it, bro, because I feel like personally that was like one of my best projects.
Yeah, that's
real,
how I feel
man.
too.
That shit was hot, bro. I was listening to it like, damn, why did I not really push this that hard as I should have? But it's definitely something I'm going to look back at, bro. Okay, so just be on the lookout for
maybe
that.
you could re-release it.
For sure.
So I think it'll work still. You know what I mean? In 2018, you dropped your album "Gift and a Curse," which I consider to be a Columbus classic.
Man, appreciate it.
What was it like to record that album?
Man, bro, like, I always was big on, like, going back to the drawing board, man, and doing it like how you did your last album, bro. For me, bro, it was like going back, touching on Bolivar pit stops, and that collegiately institutionalized, and looking at it like, okay, how can I be the best me with this, man? Like, how am I going to sit here and tell my story, bro? Like, because Gift and the Curse, believe it or not, it's almost a symbolism of pit stops, man. It's like a next stage type deal, man. Because Gift and the Curse meaning, all right, bro, like what you got right now is a gift, but sometimes, bro, like too much of it can be negative.
Right.
In a certain extent, man.
Too much of anything.
Yeah.
Negative. The greatest thing in the world. If it's too much of it, it'll kill you.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's just how I looked at it, though, man. I definitely had fun with that one, man. Like, it was almost how I had fun with Bolivar, man. So that's probably like one of my favorite projects to date.
Yeah, to me it's Gift and the Curse and then collegiately institutionalized, like right there, you know what I mean? Okay. I feel like Gift and the Curse was probably your deepest album so far, you know what I mean? Where we really got to know you musically.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You have a song called Buckets with fellow Columbus artist Slummy.
Yeah.
I know the answer to this already, but how'd you link up with him?
Man, Slummy is my cousin, man. Like, basically he was doing music before me, man. And when I was in college, bro, he was somebody that actually reached out to me, man, in regards to music, bro, because when I left, bro, I didn't think like hood niggas was gonna fuck with my music, bro. Like, but hearing from him, bro, like, damn, I really rock with this song, man. I had this song called Dope Marley, bro. It was like one of the songs I had put out first, bro. Like, and I had performed it in Akron, bro. And the beat, bro, just had niggas rocking, bro. It's an actual story behind that Dope Marley, man, but I'll get into that later. But he reached out to me about that, bro. As soon as I got home, bro, we just linked on a couple projects. And that was probably the best one we did, bro. I know we got a project or a song on collegiately institutionalized. But
y'all should do a whole project together.
Yeah, man, we've been talking about it a lot, man.
Cause y'all got two different sounds, you know, to link them both together. People who listen to his shit gonna come listen to yours. People who listen to your shit gonna come listen to his.
Yeah, man. It's all in the works, man. I'm gonna talk to him about it. I think he been swerving me on the studio sessions, man, but it's all good. But yeah, he definitely reached out to me, man, and we just clicked, man.
Yeah, I be seeing his flyers around the city too. Yeah, pretty much every corner you stop at, you see.
Yeah, for sure, man. He got a hell of a marketing team behind it.
Who doing it?
I don't honestly know the name, but I know his management is heavy, man. Doug 2B's, man. I talk to him a lot about everything, man. And I feel like he has a lot to do with the marketing. But I feel like either way is dope, man. I'm rooting for him, bro.
For sure, for sure. On your song, The Locals, you voiced frustrations about the local scene and not wanting to be just another local nigga.
Yeah.
What inspired that song?
It was almost like a fed up song for me, man. I ain't had no intention of dropping it, bro. I just like was voicing my opinion at the time, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm tired of sitting here paying for all these shows, bro. The shows be whack, bro. You'll bring out your crowd, man, and yet they still go with like the clout. You feel me, man? No matter what you do, I feel like you gotta invest money into everything, man. I feel like a lot of people is after the money, which I'm not mad at, but I just feel like sometimes in situations like that, people deserve a fair chance, and I just think Columbus ain't the city for fair chances, bro.
Man.
That clout is a motherfucker, bro.
At this point, clout is a currency.
Yeah.
At this point, you could definitely trade clout for damn near anything in the world.
Yeah, I ain't gonna beat you. I wouldn't even do it still, man.
I wouldn't either, but you know, a lot of people trading clout for a lot of things.
Yeah, man.
Is there any local artists you would work with?
Man, there's a lot of local artists with, man. Of course, Cassius Keys, man, one. My dog E, man, I always fuck with you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. It's really a lot of people I've been working with already, man. Bird the Voice, man. I want to do a couple of tracks for him before like everything explode, man. Just to show that love is there. It's a couple people, man. It's a couple people. I know I'm forgetting, man, so forgive me. But
did you hear about the top 50 list that recently came out?
yeah, man, I really don't pay attention to it, man, because what I did was my research, man. And them top 5, brother, they always choosing. Don't even follow their page, bro, if you didn't notice that.
Wow, interesting.
So it's like, y'all going off the cloud, man. I have no problem with anybody, but I just feel like it's a dick riding competition,
right.
Man.
It does seem like a popularity competition on the real.
Yeah, man. I applaud everybody for making that list, man. I applaud everybody's efforts, man. But yeah, them top 5 don't even follow the page back, bro.
To me, it doesn't seem accurate until it gets to like probably 10, and that's when they seem like they really start listening to see who's gonna be in what order. But the first 10, it's like you got the first 5 popping artists in Ohio.
I think what it is too, man, is like they doing a lot of Columbus artists too, bro. Like, man, you see a lot of Columbus artists on there.
They heavy in there.
And you got like Cincinnati putting on, bro. You got Cleveland, yeah, all them people, man. So just give people a fair shot too.
To someone who never heard your music before, how would you describe it?
The perfect one is just like somebody who's walking the line of books and streets, man. Like I can tell you about the street life in a collegiate way, man. This is how I look at it.
What's your favorite city that you performed in so far?
Probably Houston, man. Houston was crazy, bro. Like it was so many women there, bro. Like it made no sense.
I've heard about Houston,
man. I shot the Outkast video in Houston, bro. Like
I was wondering where you shot that at.
Yeah, man. It was different, bro. So Houston for sure, man. They show love too, bro.
Okay. How many shows have you had so far? Because it seemed like you done had like at least 50.
Probably like 300, man.
Goodness, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's been a lot. It's been a lot, bro.
What's like the craziest show you've had so far?
Craziest, man? I don't know, man. I did a show in West Virginia one time, bro, and everybody was so damn drunk that they was just turning for me the whole time, bro. So I was like, this shit is lit, bro. Like, I did a show in Memphis too, man. Memphis was crazy, bro, because you got like hella people that'll come up like, hey, I just want your CD, like. I fuck with your performance.
Tennessee, a music state, that's what it is.
Yeah, man.
So they're kind of like bred to want to know about local, not local, but like coming up artists. You know what I mean?
Man. So that was dope for me, man.
What's your favorite song of yours?
Probably Landed or Forgotten, man. Landed or Forgotten, bro. Reason I say that, man, because that came from a time, bro, where I was honestly just writing, bro. It wasn't no thought concept behind it, bro. It was just writing how I felt at the time, man, and just who I actually was. So that really gave that first glimpse of who I was, man. And then when I put that project out, bro, like I really honestly overlooked that song, bro. And then I had people hit me up like, yo, what is this? What is this? So like my cousin, man, he got an ear for music, bro. Like the story behind him, man, I got 2 cousins who actually produce. One of them lives here, one of them is back in Akron. And the one back in Akron, we had a crib like that got robbed, bro. I had my laptop under my bed though when it got robbed. And it was in a black bag. I guess they didn't see it.
No,
so like, I had like hella instrumentals from YouTube on there, bro. He had a laptop too. I think he took it with him like when we had got robbed. It was like Mother's Day weekend or something, so we went home. And he had been working on beats and ain't been telling me. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy because I had been writing music and I ain't been telling nobody, bro. And like with him, bro, like he always gave me the ideas of like what sounded good, bro, cause he just got an ear for music like that, bro. So for him to hit me up, he's like, yo, what the hell is this, bro? Like this song right here is it, bro. You should try that at a show, bro.
Hey, real talk.
And from there, bro, people was just rocking with it. I was like, damn, but that song honestly got the most views on like SoundCloud, bro.
Yeah, that's something I noticed too.
Yeah, bro. I was like, damn, I didn't know people fuck with it like that, bro. And that's crazy because like people fuck with me, bro. Like me, I always had the mentality, bro, like damn, bro, I'm gonna fuck with myself regardless, bro. But once I look around, bro, like people will come up to me, but they'll send me videos of them singing my music. I had no idea people fuck with my music the way they do. They love me here, bro. And it's crazy to me, bro. So it's just all appreciation.
On your song Land of the Forgotten, you said got me feeling like Ricky in a world full of doughboys.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
Meaning how like growing up, like in high school, I was the athlete, bro. Like going to college, I went to college for football type deal, man. So I always was like the Ricky of the family. Oh, he the athlete, he don't really do too much, man. And I realized, man, there was a lot of people, bro, like who my family really looked up to that was in the streets. Like, so you know how in Boys in the Hood, bro, Ricky was the one who everybody fuck with, bro.
Right.
Like, and Doughboy wasn't that one, bro. But in my family, it's reversed, bro. Like, if you want to do something, it's like,
we fuck with the street niggas.
Yeah, bro, because the street niggas is really bringing in that money at the time, bro. And I'm just trying to make it, bro. Since I don't got the money, bro, it's like, damn, what is he useful for type deal. So it ain't me knocking hustle, like I said in the song, bro. But it's like, damn, I feel bad, bro. You feel me? And that's just all I meant by it.
So following up, like right after Land of the Forgotten, you got Run Ricky Run.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing like a remix from Doughboy's perspective?
Bro, what's crazy is, man, I wanted to do that with my cousin, man. I think that, you know, it's crazy. I can't even remember the name of the song we did first in Police Good Institution like that. I ain't mad at you, bro. It was almost like that for him, bro. And we wanted to shoot a video with him being the Doughboy's perspective. I really can't speak on the street aspect, bro, because I was never really in the streets, man. I didn't did like.
Well, I think you're good enough of a lyricist to where you can talk from other people's perspective pretty well, you know what I mean? So I can imagine you being on a street record, speaking on that perspective and killing it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I definitely appreciate that, man.
Especially with how you're good with using movies and stuff. You talk about movies real vividly in your music.
Yeah.
So I think you talking about Doughboy's perspective would be crazy.
Now that you mention it, I feel like I'd be able to like work my magic with that, man. But I just never really gave it too much thought. So.
Okay. What was your time in Atlanta like?
Atlanta, man, I've been a couple times, bro. Atlanta is always fun, man, because it's always so much to do, man. It's just like, you hit the college campuses, man. Next year be at the clubs, man. They got the strip clubs going down there, but majority of the time I was in Atlanta, we was always on college campuses, man, because that's what I feel like I'm able to really speak to, man. And I've always enjoyed myself. For me, it was almost like another college experience, man. But on the partying side, man, and I just had fun down there, man. I promoted my music. I didn't really get to perform or nothing, bro. But I just always enjoy myself whenever I'm in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you link up with Ghetto Kids Big Dreams?
Man, believe it or not, he was on tour with us, man. He the one who shot the video with Outkast, man. So
and Kales lyrics and later, right?
Yeah. So man, he just somebody, a real solid dude to me, man. I just always want to keep him around, bro, because he got good intentions, man. And I'm able to really talk to him about like my ideas. He's able to really like create that message for me or that picture that I really want to see, man. It's just like, damn, I fuck with that. So.
Okay. Yeah. What was your experience at iHeartMedia like?
iHeartMedia, it was to me like another radio session, man. I feel like it was dope, man. I want to do it again, man. Just on a whole different criteria, man. I believe that my manager, he did a lot of the talking there.